I still ask myself whatever happened to Zhivko after they cleared this area and destroyed his garden. Standing in this park now, it is like he was never here. You see where all those trees are, just above the river and behind the embankment? I used to call that the last wilderness in Zagreb. Despite being widely overgrown, at one end local people cultivated some of that land and made gardens. They planted hedges and built fences, and over the years little meandering pathways developed between them. It all felt so organic. Nothing was planned, yet it all fitted into place. One summer, and it always seemed like summer, I was walking by the edge of that wilderness and I heard a pheasant, of all things, coming from the wood. So I climbed down the embankment to have a look, and eventually found a gap where I could push my way in. It was hard to get through that undergrowth, but other people had been there before. In one place I even found an old sofa, sheltering under trees that someone had put there as a quiet retreat. Once inside, it was easy to become a bit disorientated, but I carried on exploring, and eventually I came upon what at first looked like a dumping ground. There were old bits of wood, reclaimed pieces of metal and corrugated roofing. And then I spotted a warning sign that here were bees. Well, naturally, I climbed in to have a look. I went back again and again looking for the guy who made that garden, and before long I caught sight of him through a gap in the trees. So I went over to say hello. I was interested in beekeeping, and I thought that here was an opportunity to get first-hand knowledge about it. And you know, he could not have been kinder. He promised to teach me all I needed to know to set up on my own. He even offered to give me some of his beehives. So each time I went, he would show me something new.
Vidi vamo, ja sam ovo stavljao.
To je žice.
Žice sam stavljao. Razumeš?
Ja.
To je postavljeno, sad budem ti rekao sada. Vidi vamo, ovo što je bilo sače unutra, ovo sače, ja sam ga skinuo. Sa nožom sam sve skinuo. Razumeš?
Ja.
Odi vam sad da vidiš. Kad sam to skinuo, budeš vidio kako se skida, budem ti pokazao to kako se skida. To sam stavio tamo, odi vam da vidiš. Evo, od ovo se dobija vosak, znaš. Kužiš. Ovo sve se mora dezinficirati. Kad sam to skinuo, vidimo šta radim. Vidimo. Jer vidiš to. Uzimam žicu,
Da.
to ti budem pokazao, ti moraš to praktično da vidiš, ti moraš napraviti jedno.
Aha.
Jer vidiš kako žicu sam stavio unutra. Ti praktično ćeš napraviti to.
Pa super, da.
Kad sam to napravio, sad stavljamo žicu. I ovo ti je hermetički čisto.
And then we would invariably eat some honey. He was always eulogizing just how wonderful bees are.
Jesi vidio? Jesu lepe?
Je.
A?
At one time I found him about to climb up a tree in order to retrieve a swarm that had clustered there. He had positioned one of the hives beneath the tree. I was going to knock the swarm down so that it would fall onto the hive, and then the bees could find their way home again. Throughout that year we met quite often, and each time I would learn something new. But one time the following year I went to visit him, and I was really shocked to see that much of the area had all been bulldozed. And then I found him, occupying a tiny patch of land on the edge of that clearing.
A gdje su ti kočnice?
Sve što je bilo ovo, tamo sam i odneo. Ovo je jedan roj koji se roje posljednji, razumeš? Spremio sam ga u ovoj košnici, a ljudi se bune ovdje, moram ga njega prebaciti. Ja sam htio do jeseni da bude tu, ali ljudi se bune, znaš. Pa moram ga otpeljati njega.
A šta ima u planu za ovo?
Vrtove. Ovo sve se bude rušilo.
Kada?
Do jeseni. Ili do godine, znaš, neće ostati ništa.
A zašto si morao prebaciti kočnice sada?
Morao sam je bio, rekli su mi.
Za koji razlog?
Kaže, uređivat ćemo park.
Yeah.
Pa si vidio moj vrt koji je? A? Jesi ga vidio?
Da.
A?
Yeah.
Nema ništa.
Yeah. Jesi razočaran?
Ne zašto.
Kako ne?
Nije moje zemljište bi ga. Pa nisu loša stvorenja pčele, ej. Vidi. Ej, pogledaj.
Yeah.
Super su oni.
Yeah.
Ali su mu pići dosta jevi.
A few days later, he took me to where he'd moved the bees. A friend had given him the use of some land about an hour away, on the edge of the mountain behind Zagreb. It was a beautiful part of the country, full of trees and wild flowers. I'm sure the bees were happy there. I loved to watch him working. He had a real reverence and respect for these tiny creatures.
Da voliš pčele, da im pomažeš njima, znaš. Ne treba ovdje škola neka posebna. Pčele su jako pažljivi, ti moraš biti pažljiv. Nauka nije dokazala na kakav način oni spremaju med. Razumeš? Oni isteraju cijelu vlagu iz meda i na kraju zapečate. Zapečate, a to u medicini naučnici nisu mogli da dokaže. Odakle ta moć pameti pčelama, razumeš? Da istera cijelu tu vlagu.
By the end of that year, Živko's garden was all but cleared. A few of the other gardeners appealed against the plan to clear the whole area and were allowed to remain. But others had to begin all over again. Compared to how it looked before, the park is a bit sterile, but at least it wasn't built over. The last time we saw each other was back in the autumn. We went for coffee, and after chatting for a bit and making a few plans, we parted. For months after that, I heard nothing from him. I went to where I thought he lived and asked around, but no one seemed to know who he was. I even put up a few notices to call me, but nothing came of it. I often think about his bees, though, working away unattended. I'm sure they knew something the rest of us didn't.